Look at you. And what is this broadcasting on YouTube? What are you doing? What are you doing with this?
You know, you're interrupting the intro. It's going on YouTube and Twitch. What's gonna happen?
Oh no, man! When the fucking Chipotle hits, bro.
Yeah. That's it. That's it. That's just being an old fucking dad. Just to stick on the theme here.
My toilet deals with that every day.
You know, that's just fucking awful. What's up, Blip?
I'm here. I'm living the fucking dream.
Do you think people are always awkward on these things when it's like, I'm going to pretend like we didn't just spend fucking 15 minutes trying to get our sound to work?
Well, what else are you supposed to fucking be?
Awkward?
I mean, we don't have a fucking cast of people over here filling our bowls with ice Saratoga water or peeling bananas so we can rub them on our face. We don't have a team of people like that, you know?
I think you're eating bananas incorrectly. I don't think you're supposed to just rub them on your face.
You're not on the internet enough, man. You got to talk to our boy.
It's true. I'm new to the internet. That's why this show is going to be so fucking weird, because it's just going to be new to the internet, weird shit. What do you think? Should I go to one of my channels and see if there's actually something happening on it?
I don't know. Let's see. I mean, what could be happening? I don't know. Maybe the next the nuclear plans were shared on Bumble or something like that, or on Grindr. Probably on Grindr. Probably. You know, I wonder if anybody checked Hegseth's Grindr account to see if he's sharing any fucking war plans.
I mean, he could be. You never know.
He's gonna bomb that ass.
He's gonna bomb it. We'll see.
I don't know. I feel like do you think he's a top? I think he's probably like an aggro sort of what do they call the no touch tops? Those tops that don't want to be touched. There's a stoics, like a stoic mountain top or something like that. There's like a name for that.
There's a stoic top.
Yeah, something like that. You know, they don't want to be physically touched. They just want to penetrate others and not be penetrated. I feel like Hegseth probably is like that vibe.
Oh man.
Rubio though is definitely wearing lingerie under his clothes. He's definitely
so?
Yeah. He's like absolutely 100%. He's like J. Edgar Hoovering that shit 1,000%. Hoovering it, all of it.
He's just hoovering.
Just hoovering.
He's rubbing bananas on his face.
Yeah. Well, he's putting bananas somewhere else, not just rubbing. This is rubbing banana skins on your face. You gotta look up Ashton Hall.
Well, I gotta,
4 minutes to dive into a pool, according to the timestamp on his most recent.
Does Joe Rogan do it? Because if he does it, I'm about it.
Joe Rogan is putting other things in his face as well. Horse byproducts. In order to
I was thinking of calling this lag thing Bro Jogan. Just to...
Yeah, that's good, man. Listen, whatever it takes to stay.
I thought Bro Jogan would be a good little, because I don't know. Did you hear that the left needs a Joe Rogan? Did you hear that?
I heard about this. I feel like the left needs like weapons and a party structure before we need a Joe Rogan, actually.
So before we have a podcaster who has fuck you money on Spotify and can't get canceled, we should organize ourselves.
Yeah, a little bit of that. I think that might be helpful.
I thought the internet was going to save us all. I don't know.
No, the internet's fucking toast, my friend. There's nothing left. There's fucking fitness, fucking people rubbing banana skins on their face.
Will you stop getting? I'm here for the fitness,
Well, until I see you rubbing your face with a banana peel, I don't believe it.
Look, there's no one on the chat. There's someone watching us, but there's no one in the chat. It's the creepiest. This is the creepiest thing I've done on the internet in a very long time. Is it
the editor-in-chief of The Atlantic?
No, he's in the Signal chat from earlier.
Good.
Dude, I know you have a bro chat. I have a bro chat. I made a TikTok about this the other day. I have a bro chat. We all have bro chats. But I would like to think that if in my bro chat, someone was like, hey, let's organize a war. you might be like, what's that? Maybe not in Signal.
Dude, even if it wasn't Signal, I mean, there's a level of like drunken laziness to not pay attention to who is in the actual fucking group chat, bro. Like, look. I make a fucking bad joke. I look over my shoulder to make sure I'm not going to offend anybody.
Look, it's pretty good OPSEC. You know what I mean? Like we're just ready. It's
Yeah.
pretty fucking good.
Our brave soul. This fucking idiot. My God.
Just can you imagine? Just like 3 days ago, you signed up to be in the fucking military, and they're like, yeah, I'm glad you're going to the drone program. We have a lot of fucking Houthi rebels to kill. By the way, and you just get added to the fucking signal chat with the fucking DoD. Oh,
I just want to know like what you do. Like what I don't have a sense of is I want to know what dude from the Atlantic was doing when this was happening. Like was he on a fucking bowl taking a dump and all of a sudden these fucking signal messages start popping in and it's like, "Oh, we're going to bomb Yemen." Like what?
I read that he was somewhere. He was somewhere. The best, I don't know. I mean, the best is just he talked to a bunch of other reporter friends who were like, this has to be a joke. Like I'm being fucking catfished for report. Like this is like MAGA shit trying to fucking catch me.
Yeah.
It wasn't.
Yeah,
it was just Pete Hegseth being a fucking drunk frat boy.
Dude, like, I don't know what I would do. I feel like I would have to reach out. I don't know if the guy's got like a teenage daughter or something, because like I would reach out to my daughter.
You'd worry.
Like, how do we do this? Because there's screen caps. I mean, it would be fucking everywhere. It would absolutely.
I thought you were going a different way to teenage daughter. They're going to reach out to your teenage daughter to make sure Pete Hegseth wasn't trying to traffic her and added you by accident.
No. There's other sex traffickers in the government. This guy,
he's one whiskey away from fucking like Jeffrey Epstein level fucking shit. That dude, someone called him Whiskey Leaks today, which I thought was the fucking best thing I've heard in a very long time.
That is good.
Should we watch some of these people fucking talk about the? Let's see what we can do.
Barf bag, yeah, go for it.
Let's see. Is this the right one? Do I want to see this? This is the one. Okay, let's see what we can see. Oh, okay. This with the fucking hair. She's the first Hindu American person in government at this level, I think, is the
deal. We're post-racial society now.
Yeah, no. She's the whitest Hindu American ever to serve in Congress.
Oh, she's not Hindu though, right? She's Indian. What was her face? Nikki Haley, whatever her name is.
Oh, Nikki Haley's actually. Yeah, I don't know what her actual ethnic. But you're gonna get this. You're gonna get this live stream canceled, man.
She's some kind of South Asian. I thought she was Indian.
Who? Tulsi Gabbard?
No, Nikki Haley.
She is. But this is Tulsi Gabbard. This is the Hawaiian, like white Hindu cult person.
Senator, I can attest to the fact that there were no classified or intelligence equities that were included in that chat group at any time. And I defer.
What's that? Oh, you're not. That's not you. That's the senator. No, my favorite part here is her job is literally to set OPSEC like for the fucking country. You know what I mean? Like that's literally her job. You know.
Sequencing and timing and weapons and targets you don't consider should have been classified?
I defer to the Secretary of Defense, the National Security Council on that question.
Yeah.
With respect to the
I defer to Pete Hegseth. Ladies and gentlemen, Pete Hegseth.
Assertions and the allegations that there was strike packages or.
I didn't know Elton John was in the federal government. These glasses are giving me some very big Tiny Dancers kind of vibes. You know what I mean?
And the other senator was like Dr. King, right? Like Mr. King.
Yeah, Angus King though.
Angus King. Oh, that sounds like a breed of cow. That sounds like something I want to make a burger out of.
Targeting information or things that relate to DOD. As I pointed out, the Secretary of Defense is the original class.
He does look a little like an Oompa Loompa though. Like if we're gonna get real.
I want
him to take me to like a chocolate fountain somewhere.
He looks like if Stephen Colbert actually was a Republican. Like the original, you know, like that character, but in real life.
Classification authority for determining whether something's classified or not. And as I've understood from media reports, the Secretary of Defense has said the information was not classified.
Did this conversation at some point include information on weapons packages, targets, or timing?
Heimlich.
Not that I'm aware of.
What is that?
Heinrich? Is it the Heinrich? He's pulling a Heinrich maneuver? What is this? What are these? Who are these people? Where are they from? I'm like, if I'm the boss here and I'm interviewing these fucking dopes, like, how is there even a question about like what is the question is like how soon can you fucking leave Washington?
Oh, it's like
That's
a
the only
whole.
question you need to ask.
I don't get it, man. It's fucking crazy. It's crazy. It's nuts.
I mean,
It's
I get
totally.
it. I get it. I mean, it's their people, right? Like they're just trying to find ways to keep them in power. I mean, I get it, and I don't understand. I don't understand anything.
Well, I think that's the thing is when I saw this leak shit, I was like, I don't understand. I don't understand. Like, look, Blue, I've known you for a long time. One of my favorite stories about you, I maintain to this day, is absolutely true, which has everything to do with OPSEC, right? Right. Well, first, wait, what are you drinking? Because I'm leaning into the vibes on this shit right here, and we're gonna pull on like extra stout. This is like
Bottled Guinness is a move. That's bold. That's a bold maneuver, dude.
Yeah, it's called desperation, is what it's called. It's called it's St. Patrick's Day, and there's a lot of white people around, so someone fucking took all the cans. That's what that means.
I am drinking a French wine because I'm pretty sure that in very little time, this will be not available
You won't be able to get it
to get it. So I might as
because
well
the French are mad at us, or because there's tariffs. Because it's not Diet Coke.
Tariffs. French. Macaroon. President Macaroon. Tariffs.
So many tariffs. Wait, okay. So we gotta finish. We gotta finish Hegseth because I'm gonna.
Right, let's finish
It's too much. It's too much.
Which one do I want? That Nazi tattoo he's got on his fucking chest.
Well, dude, this is the other fucking thing. This is the other thing I'm like fucking mad about, which is like I just stop getting tattoos, guys. You're ruining my vibe. You're ruining my fucking vibe. I've been getting tattoos since 1997, and these fucking assholes. It's between Pete Hegseth and like the pink-haired 20-year-old trust fund who's selling me an $8 coffee, who has like a fucking hand tattoo. You know what I mean? Like I remember when I was first getting tattooed, there was a dude named Bald Bill Henshaw, right? And he had like a giant fucking beard, and he tattooed at circuses before he opened his shop, right? So like he would sit next to the sideshow and be like, "You want a tattoo?" And I remember I was like 18, and he was tattooing this horrible tattoo I have on my chest, and I was like, "Can you tattoo my hands, my neck?" And he's like, "No, not until you're fully covered elsewhere, because those are like life ruiner, job ruiner type tattoos." And now the first tattoo people are getting are their fucking horrible fucking hand tattoos. And like you're ruining it. You're ruining it for me. You're ruining it for me. I invested a lot of money in this fucking aesthetic over here, and they're ruining it,
I don't want coffee from anybody who doesn't have a non-binary unicorn tattooed on their fucking forehead. So
no, because that's how you know it's good.
That's how you know it's good.
Yeah, and there has to be at least 3 or 4 alt milk offerings.
Oh yeah.
And at least a single origin listed.
Well, and the alt milks, there has to be one that actually doesn't have any reference to what it's actually fucking made of. So it's got to be spelled weird. So it's got to be like new milk with a U, like just NU milk with a Y.
It's actually just like new babies ground up into a milk-like substance.
Yeah, it's like Soylent Green, right? It's like it's people in the KFC commercial.
Well, I mean, look. Stop complaining, man. We have capitalism, and it is like fucking the best. It's the best thing.
Think about all the points we have. Our DoD people are choosing to use a commercially available phone app to plan wars on. So that's great. That's convenient.
Yeah. It's fucking great.
Yeah.
It's brilliant. Look, a non-binary unicorn tattooed on their forehead. I want to be really clear for our one listener who can cancel us. I hope you're referring to the unicorn being non-binary and not the person.
Or maybe the person has to be a straight MAGA Republican, but they need a non-binary unicorn on their forehead.
100%. Just, I want to get clear on what we're talking about here.
Yeah, no, we're 100% clear.
Okay. All right, wait, here we go. Here's someone holding them accountable, I think.
For a moment, that classified information should never be discussed over an unclassified system. It's also just
that's what I was saying. That's what I was saying for our one viewer. We've known each other a long time. You distracted me with tattoos and my fucking complaints that people are making me like not cool anymore. Because it used to just be, I mean, it used to be like if you had a tattoo, you were cool, but now you have to have a good tattoo. And baby, I did not have enough money for good tattoos. You know, you get what you get, and you don't complain. So when I first knew you, I remember we were at a fundraiser, a pro-Palestine fundraiser, back before it was cool. And, you know, before Urban Outfitters sold Arab scarves, if you know what I mean. And
I saw an American keffiyeh, like an American flag keffiyeh, at an Army and Navy in my neighborhood not long ago.
Oh, yeah. They're called Safari North scarves, I think. So back before, right? And there was a fundraiser, and it was on top of some building in Brooklyn. I remember, and you were running security. And my favorite part of this is you were like running up and down the stairs. You had like a camel pack, a fucking red beret. Like the picture of operational security, right? Like the problem with Pete Hegseth is he's wearing a fucking blue suit. He does not have a camel pack nor a red beret. Like what the fuck is he doing? Yeah. But I think the real part was you wouldn't let Rosie Perez into this fundraiser for a trip to Palestine for these radical activists because she wouldn't let you search her mouth for a razor blade. Which, right. Look, if we're talking about operational security, you fucking go hard. There's no, like, Tulsi Gabbard should call you up and give you a job, I think. This is a true story, correct?
Yeah, it was something like that. it was something like that. I'll stick with that. I like that.
I mean, that's a story that I heard up the stairs, you know. Like Blue's not letting people in. He's not letting Rosie Perez because she won't like pull her lip down.
Nobody gets in without a full oral and rectal exam.
Look, Rosie Perez, New York City, razor blades in the mouths, early 2000s. It's not a...
No. Listen, we went through a lot of gloves and a lot of flashlight batteries that night. But it was safe.
If you can't protect a Palestinian fundraiser from Rosie Perez, how the fuck are you going to bomb a Houthi rebel a stronghold using Signal? You know what I mean?
This is what I'm saying. Skill set.
It's transferable.
I'm like Liam Neeson. I have a very valuable skill set.
Oh shit! I didn't bring us back over here. Hold on. You are like Liam Neeson. Unless you have to run, you and Liam Neeson share that in common too, is that you don't run. Or
on this line, and nobody bothered to even check.
Yeah.
Security Hygiene 101. Who are all the names? Who are they?
I don't think. Wait. Let's be fair. I don't think Pete Hegseth has hygiene. Period. I don't think
no.
That hair that he has is fucking rough, right? Like we're not pretending he washes that. That's just grease and fucking.
There's a little bit of vodka. Put a little, spray.
It's like he makes a paste out of vodka and like crushed up roofies and just fucking goes for it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, it apparently included a journalist. And no matter how much the Secretary of Defense or others want to disparage him, this journalist had at least...
Can we just say, like, we're going to stop watching these clips because it's just not that exciting, but, like, in any other moment, Pete Hegseth would have been fired already, right? Like, there's no...
No, because he was at Fox News and he was, like, raping women, and they knew about it, and he wasn't fired from there.
I know, but that didn't include the mishandling of sensitive materials.
I mean, but it was the same MO. He was like drunk, chatting. There were the evidence. I mean, it's the same thing. It's just the same people. It's it's the old boys. It's the old good old boys club. I'm just surprised they haven't thrown Tulsi and Rubio more under the... I mean, if you talk about like the failure of DEI hires between Rubio and Gabbard, I mean, what are we talking about here?
Well, Tulsi's not a DEI hire. Oh, because she's a woman? Is that why?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I was going to say unless she's got a penis, but there's no chance that's happening. So no. And a former Democrat. I mean, can you imagine that?
So, a former Democrat. She's the first Hindu American in office. I thought you were referring to her being a Hindu American.
Well, that too. Whatever. She's got nothing going for her, dude. She's got nothing going for her. Even her looks are fucking shot to shit lately. Like, it's gone. It's gone. Whatever she had is gone. There's no point. Why is she there?
I like this. This very extreme middle of the road dude that you're inhabiting today. It's really it's tickling my taint. It's like a wonderful experience. Speaking of dudes, I'm sure that people have already seen this. we have a friend in common, or we have someone in common we know who. I was talking with her a couple years ago, or maybe a year ago on a hike, and she was like, "Do people really watch like comedy on Instagram?" And I was like, "What? I mean, yeah, that's all I do. This is not Instagram. This is YouTube." But this leads to one of the fucking this. I don't know if you follow this, but like Bill Burr, we'll watch it.
I love Bill Burr. I will right now. I've had my problems with Bill Burr in the past. Although I used to love him, I officially fell in love with him when he started on the Chappelle Show. And then later I was like, it's kind of like walking the line, whatever. But at this point, I will just drop to my knees and suck his cock wherever I find him. Like he is doing everything for me in this moment. It doesn't matter whether I'm in front of my family or in church. Like it will just
you just like anywhere it's just fucking happening.
I will submit my entire body to him. Or
this
whatever
is like a full sublimation to
total.
That makes sense.
In this moment right now, like he is a spirit animal that the left is not paying attention to that they need.
Oh no, 100%, 100%. Well, he looks like my fucking stepfather who made
and that too.
Like 100. Like if he showed up at a protest, people would be like, "Who's the fucking cop?"
That's right.
Right? Like that's what we're getting. But this fucking rando rant. One, MAGA's losing their fucking mind over it, which I fucking love.
Yeah.
And two, has the best insult I think I've ever heard in my life. So we're gonna let it roll. We're just gonna let it roll, folks. For
this
our one viewer,
let's enjoy this.
We're gonna fucking let it roll.
All of these years.
Positive, yeah, that's so great.
Well, it's a positive time, Jimmy.
Yeah, it really is.
Billionaires are not happy having $1 billion.
Well,
Why does Elon Musk dress like he just... All right, thank you.
Oh my God.
Why does Elon Musk dress like he just got out of a Hot Topic? Just
That's not it, but that's cold. That's a fucking... It's such a good fucking takedown because it is fucking on point. Because, like we talked about tattoos earlier, the Hot Topic just gives you the wrong combination of like slightly outsider shit and like sells it to you at a fucking mall. It's just so...
But I feel like...
worse. There's nothing less funny than deconstructing fucking jokes, but it's just fucking good.
I don't know if it's Hot Topic though. I would say though, like Spencer's also feel like it fits because there's like something about like like graphic T-shirts and dildos being sold in the same store that is very on brand with Elon Musk. I feel like
and like a pillow shaped like the Eiffel Tower. That's like
absolutely.
Yeah, it's like where you like the place I had to get my Metallica T-shirts as a kid was I had to go to Spencer's because that's where you can get.
Yeah, you did.
Look, man, I was suburban, 100%.
I am so sick of that guy trying to rewrite his origin story like he was Matthew McConaughey pulling into the high school. It's like you were a nerd, nobody banged you, and now you have hair plugs and your laminated face.
Laminated face. It's like it's lost to the fucking crowd, but that is you can't really say it to many people, but you can say it's fucking amazing.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah.
Oh no, ads.
This ad, let's buy whatever this is.
Oh, that was fucking laminated face. That made my fucking day. I was like, what? It's what compelled me to start a live stream and invite you on it and have one viewer. That right there. One day, you or I could be Bill Burr. You don't know.
I don't know, but I appreciate. I just I think he's like the we don't need a Joe Rogan. We need a million Bill Burrs. We just need like his use of the old school, like the actual like. There was this weird empowerment thing that happened with nerds, and we started like being like nerds are okay, nerds are cool because we weren't big fans of the bullying, but like the thing that we forgot is that like there's like a nefariousness to nerds that Bill Burr is
Revenge of the Nerds. That movie,
like there's that.
It ends well for the nerds, but not for the jocks, man. We gotta watch out for the jocks. I think what I'm hearing you say is Pete Hegseth is your dude. I think that's what you're getting at. Is that what it is?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, if I found him on a grinder, I wouldn't. I don't know what I would do. You know what I mean?
Just you'd like slather some of that roofie vodka out of his hair and like forget
by the numbers. I mean, by the numbers, it could be okay. I don't know. I mean, I've been in bathhouses before. You don't know. Maybe it already happened. I don't really know. These things, the community is what the community is,
Oh man, it's too much. It's so fucking good.
But yeah, there's just like this really good, listen, I feel, I don't know. I'm conflicted. I feel everyone should, everyone's entitled is not the right word, but everyone deserves to find pleasure in their lives, get some ass. And at the same time, like, these incel fucking nerds can go fuck themselves outer space. Like, there's no fucking room for them. You know what I mean? They're so angry by being so fucking meek and terrible. Like, I don't know. Bill Burr's touching something there about like the type of nerdiness that Elon is particularly great.
It's a particular type of nefarious. I don't think it's, and I think it's like he's touching on it, but the shorthand there is like, it's nerds, but it's also fucking it's the nefarious fucking dude. Is like, if we want to get down to it, it's a nefarious dude. And right now we're being ruled by the nerds who like have dreams of going to Mars and use alternative ways of thinking about reasoning and fucking morals in order to get us there. So we have fucking the Department of Doggy. I think that's what Schumer calls it, Doggy. Schumer's my hero, by the way. He's my hero. No, look, Alejandro. Oh, I said your name, Blue. Now I've linked your name with your fake name, Blue. I think
OPSEC.
There's only one person watching this, and we probably know their name and have their address. So I think that oh no, I forgot. Oh, Schumer, he's my boy. Schumer's my boy because look, like a week after the inauguration, he took to the streets and stood outside the Capitol and chanted very weakly, "We will win." And I think that's the type of leadership we're looking for from Democrats right now, is like some really weak chanting outside the building in which they actually have power if they went into it, and holding signs at the fucking inauguration, not inauguration, the fucking dual whatever Congress bullshit that happened. I think that's really the way to go.
It's hard to imagine a more, effective stance than Schumer's. I agree. That feels.
I mean, like think of your heroes, right? Like I'm assuming like Leila Khaled, Che Guevara, just your vibe. Your vibe is giving Leila Khaled and Che Guevara sex in a bathroom on an airplane, and then they took it over, and then you were born 9 months later. That's the vibe I'm feeling right now. And that there's a direct line from that revolutionary fucking resistance, militant spirit to Chuck Schumer.
Straight to Schumer. Absolutely.
Straight. And especially because he goes by Chuck and not Charles. He's like a fucking rebel, man. Like, let's not.
I wonder if he's severed, because if you look closely, half his face like down here, and then the other part of his face is up here. Right? So I'm like, maybe he's fucking severed, right? And like he's like a Republican when he goes through the elevator, right? When he walks into Congress, he's just a straight up MAGA Republican. And then he like gets severed, he pops out. He's like, "Oh, I'm Schumer. I'm giving cheesecake out."
The severing,
yeah.
We need to spread the severing theory of Congress. I think it's the only way.
It's either that or reptilians, but I think severed is a more.
I think severed is. I'm kind of into it.
Yeah,
but I like the way that he promised to fight and then a day later didn't.
Yeah,
it's how most like wars, battles, that's how it usually. My favorite saying, being Irish and having fought for independence for 800 years, is run away so you can fight again another day. Like that's how we do it. I mean, dude, but wait, I have more for you, because speaking of Irish, we have to get into my homie here. This fuck.
Yeah. Where can you see it? Hey, Conor. Oh. Hey. Hey, everybody. Hey, Conor, first of all, did you get into time with President Trump? And also, I know there's some Irish immigrants in the U.S. without status. What do you think should happen to them? The Irish immigrants? There's some recent Irish.
Do you wonder if he was like, I can't understand what you're saying because I've been hit in the head too many times?
I'm upset that they didn't hire a translator to translate Conor's language. Because like they did that whole thing when they had like the Indian representatives and the Bangladeshi people recently meeting with Trump. They had they had translators for people who were already speaking English so that Trump could understand them. I feel like they should have done the same for. They should have done the same courtesy for
Trump. Yeah.
Yeah, for the sake of Trump.
It's amazing.
Are we taking questions?
Taking over the podium.
Ireland and America, we are siblings. We consider America our big sibling. So it's important for Ireland to have a,
Wait. Hold on. He said big sibling, right?
That's right.
So
big
suddenly Conor McGregor is down for a trans orientation to the world, right? We're not going to say brother or sister. We're going to say big sibling. I did not catch that on the first viewing, and I think the lesson we should take away from here is that Conor McGregor is pro-trans, right? That's what I think. That's the biggest takeaway that's been missed by everybody else.
Yes.
Be a peaceful, happy, prosperous country for the 40 million Irish Americans to have a place to visit, to come back to their home. So we wish for our relationship with the United States to continue.
Can we just? I gotta pause for a second. The whole "we" shit is as an Irish
speaking on your behalf. So
I mean, I want to make fun of this, but I just want to. I want to fight him, which is the wrong impulse because it's fucking Conor McGregor. But
you could battle him. You could maybe battle him to like a math test or something. You could probably win that.
Dude, I could do some just like.
If you battle him to a hair test right now, you'd win.
1 + 1, Connor. What do we got? I will say that in the remake of Roadhouse with him and Jake Gyllenhaal, it was. I don't know if you've seen it, but it is a fucking great movie. And if you're just a little bit gay, it's fucking great. You know what I mean? Like it's just the most homoerotic thing that Conor McGregor, our pro-trans brother, could really be starring.
Yeah, he's got those hoochie shorts on the whole time.
I mean, he's wearing the fucking hoochiest of hoochiest Italian.
Staying at a gay
he's wearing the shorts that like Italians wear to the United States, and everyone like then bashes them for being gay, but they're just fucking European.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, and
but then they're also Italian, so like they themselves are really macho, but then like maybe they also like jerk each other off when they're kids.
Oh yeah. Well, Roman soldiers used to do that.
I mean, you know.
Continue, and we wish to be taken care of by the big bro. You know, the United States should look after its little bro, and that's how we.
Oh wait! We went from sibling to bro.
Even better, yeah.
He sold it out real quick. He was like, "Wait a second, I'm gonna get labeled as pro-trans. I better change this." But
I'm hearing that he just wants to be taken care of by his big bro.
Well, yeah. I mean, back to the Roman.
How about the trade? What about there's some trade disputes between the U.S. and the EU, and how do you think?
We wish exemption.
We actually have some stuff that we I will say Conor is here to meet with the president. He'll be meeting with him later.
The White House press secretary is like, oh no, I have to interrupt this. Like, wait a second. She's also wearing green. I want to punch her in the face. I could punch her in the face, right? Or is that?
Yeah. I mean, you're not going to hurt her. I mean, there's not much. I mean, she doesn't have lips, so I mean, there's like.
Can I get clear here though, like on the rules of DEI as the MAGA people frame it? If I punch her in the face, is that DEI because I'm elevating her unnecessarily to a level of someone who's equal with me? Because I could punch her. Or is it not because I'm punching a woman and we all know that women are weaker than men and
No. Well, she's of childbearing age for her 60-year-old husband. So like there's like a maha thing there about the sort of eugenic component here of like raising white, blonde, no-lipped children. So you might get in the way, like you don't want to get in the way of that necessarily. However, since this is a meritocracy, both she and Conor should both be able to take a punch, right? So
I mean, Conor can take a punch.
Yeah.
But
I feel like she should be, based on her own merit, able to take a punch.
I mean, I don't know.
Not because she's a woman, because if she could take a punch as a woman, that's feminism. We don't want that. But
no. Whoa.
It's a meritocracy thing. Yeah.
Whoa. She can take a punch because she's just a fucking person. So wait, are you saying that MAGA
taking a punch and getting punched are two different things, though?
Are we fully closing the loop and saying that MAGA is just pro personhood, regardless of gender? Wait, what happened?
Yeah, all lives matter, dude. All lives matter.
Okay.
This afternoon. We couldn't think of a better guest to have with us on St. Patrick's Day. We're both wearing our green. This was not planned, but very festive. And as you know, I'll be having a briefing later at 1 o'clock. So
Connor's brain right now, because he's like in deep for some fucking sexual assault charges in Ireland. His brain right now is you're wearing green for now. You know what I mean?
Not for long.
Not for long.
We'll talk more about their meeting later. But he's going over to meet with some other administration officials.
Look, I know I'm hating on Connor. I gotta say, that suit, he does look good. He does look good.
But there's this sort of comical thing where he ruins anything that he may look good in with that stupid walk he does.
The like he just got off a horse and it's the fucking 1800s.
Yeah, or like he just shit his pants, like whatever that weird like, you know.
That's a good. He looks like my fucking toddler son who's figuring out how to fucking walk.
Yeah, that's right.
I wonder what that's from.
Spending
being an Irish nationalist, I'm going to blame the famine on that.
A day in Washington, D.C.
For sure.
So
I'm here to raise the issues the people of Ireland face. Yes. You know.
Look, wait. Just look at her. Just look at her. He's like, I'm going to jump in and keep going. Cause she was like, we're done. Right. And he's like, I'm going to raise issues. And look, she's like, oh no.
And it'll be music to the people of Ireland's ears, because never on the main stage has the issues the people of Ireland face been spoke. You know, our government.
Oh, you're right. Ireland is one of the smallest fucking countries in the world, has never been lifted up as a global story. I don't know what you're talking about, buddy. I mean, as an Irish person, but like, let's get real.
Has long since abandoned the voices of the people of Ireland, and it's high time that America is made aware of what is going on in Ireland. What is going on in Ireland is a travesty. Our government is the government of zero action with zero accountability. You know, our money is being spent on overseas issues that has nothing to do with the Irish people. The illegal immigration racket is running ravage on the country. There are rural towns in Ireland that have been overrun in one swoop, that have become a minority in one swoop.
So fucking amazing.
So issues need to be addressed, and the 40 million Irish Americans, as I said, need to hear this, because if not, there will be no place to come home and visit. You know, Ireland is at the cusp of, you know, potentially losing its Irishness.
Oof.
He would make a good Englishman.
Was that?
He would make a good Englishman.
Yeah, no, that's probably the best. That's up there with laminated face in terms of fucking insults we could go with here. He would make a very good. He would make a very good.
And I'm here to raise the issue and highlight it. You know, it's also St. Patrick's Day, so a little bit of celebrations for sure, and you know, a little.
Dude, the press secretary, she's losing her fucking mind. It's so good.
A little bit of learning and listening to Mr. President Trump, whose work ethic is inspiring. And
hold on. I've seen Conor McGregor's training videos, right? Like he gets after it, right? Like you were talking about, the internet's only good for working out shit. I'm part of the fucking problem here, right? He gets after it. Trump flies back and forth to Florida occasionally to play golf. Well, not occasionally, every weekend. And he has a fucking Diet Coke button in his office. The dude is not working, right? We're clear. Like the most work that has happened in the Trump administration has been apologizing for the fucking Signal debacle that fucking Pete Hegseth and his fucking roofie hair moved forward.
Well, but I mean, like, you know, you can't disagree that like a meth addict is like working hard. You know what I mean?
That's
like, you know, like
a very communist orientation.
Up on whatever he's pumped up on. I mean, I don't know other presidents that are tweeting at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. You know, there's a sort of psychopathic.
Yeah.
You know, there's a sociopathy that drives him. You know.
Yeah, no. Each according to their needs, each according to their abilities. Is what you're saying. He's fucking. Yeah. Trump is basically Lenin, I think, is what you're getting at.
All that does to me is highlight the lack of work on my side. So that's it. That's why I'm here.
Did you say lack of work or lack of woke? I couldn't tell because we don't have an Irish translator.
I don't speak gay. That's the language in Ireland, right? Gay.
You don't speak gay.
Awesome. Thank you, Conor.
Thank you, guys. All right, God bless.
Bye, guys.
God bless.
God bless us all.
Dude, that's so embarrassing for me. It's why tonight I'm drinking bourbon and not Irish whiskey. Because
there we go.
Tonight I'm declaring my Americanness. My Americanness.
Don't let the Canadians see you.
Yeah, it's not a yeah. Let's be real. All bourbon is made in Canada at this point. But like I'm not American with 3 Ks. I'm American with 3 Rs because American. This video, I actually haven't seen this whole video yet. I've been avoiding it because everyone's talking about it, and I'm nothing if not countercultural. But that shit was good, man. That was good. That was really good.
He knows how to put on a show.
I mean, look, but just can we his shoulder, like his shoulders don't really fit, in that.
No, he's all fucked up, dude. I mean, he saw it in the Roadhouse movie too. He's all weird now. He stopped fighting. Yeah, he's like all off.
I think the best part of the Roadhouse movie is like he doesn't really have to act. He just is like says weird fucking shit and then fight Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got this Chloe Moretz build to him where he's like all body and then just 2 little legs.
Who's Chloe Moretz?
Dude, you got to get on the internet, man. She's like this actress.
We're on the internet right now. It's a place. It's a place. I'm sitting in a fucking forest bunker and you're sitting in like a city bunker and we're on the internet. It's happening.
This is true.
We got to explain this shit to like the real old dads. I mean, I'm old, but my dad's older, so the biggest. I don't know. Did you follow the Conor McGregor stuff? The biggest like loss to our generation is that after Conor McGregor, our boy Garen Noon kind of got canceled.
Well, yeah. Well, I don't. But he's back. He came back on today.
Kind of. Well, we gotta let our one viewer know who Garen Noon is.
I like Garen Noon.
So good. This is a short take of who he is.
I'm not gonna fucking fall for it, okay? Everyone knows nothing pisses me off more than people who can't make tea properly.
Absolutely.
This video has clearly been made intentionally to leave the...
Can we just wait, we're going back to Aaron, but if you pour your milk into your tea while the tea bag is still in there, you should be fucking shot. I don't know what disgusting world you come from, but that shit...
I also want to be clear that I don't know that tea naturally grows in Ireland, and I feel like there's a whole English thing you're holding on to in a real way that feels inappropriate.
Shut up. Like what?
If these guys were making like mashed potatoes in the kitchen sink, then I'd be upset. I think you would be right.
Potatoes don't come from Ireland either, though. Potatoes are like from your fucking people who walked out the jungle in South America. You know what I mean? Like they're like fucking Peruvian. I don't know.
Yeah, are people building pyramids while you guys were fucking bathing in the mud? So yeah.
Look, man, that's because of colonization. Don't blame us. Blame the British.
The viewer in distress. Look, they're mixing it with the fucking scrubby thing. Well, I'm not going to take the fucking bait, but I will criticize your general sink hygiene. Look at this. Disgraceful. So much fucking limescale build-up, it's beginning to form cliffs. This scrubby thing is probably the cleanest thing to fucking touch the tea. And look at all these little bits. Tea pulp. Disgusting.
I got off Instagram like a year and a half ago and recently got back on because it was too addictive to me. It was like fucking doing lines of coke every day. And I couldn't stop. And then, but my biggest loss was Garen. Like he just brought me so much joy every fucking day.
Yeah.
And he's just, it's like a true rags to riches.
This is a sign of somebody who is not regularly cleaning out their tea bag container. You're playing with people's lives. Have you ever completely emptied and thoroughly hoovered this tea bag container? I know the fucking answer. It'd be safer to walk into a random cave and eat a fucking bat than drink a single cup of tea out of that man.
Do you think that was a racist dive at like eating a bat COVID? Do you think he was showing xenophobia?
Probably, but also, why are people eating bats? How is this a fucking thing? Like, literally, like, why are people fucking eating bats at all?
Peasant food. You know this. Your people come from peasants. You eat what you got.
No, man. Bats are not something that are just like, there's other shit. Guaranteed there's other shit. I can't even imagine a scenario where the only thing to eat is a fucking bat.
You gotta be fucking hungry, right? Like you have to be like, that looks to
be like spry enough to catch a fucking bat and then eat it.
I mean, they are blind.
They're not blind. They're not blind.
They are. Bats are blind.
They
use
just suck at
echolocation.
seeing, but they're not blind. They just suck at seeing, but they're not blind.
Like, think about it. Like, do you think you
No
could
one should be
chase
eating
and
bats.
catch?
I don't give
Could
a
you
shit how
chase and catch
cocaine
like a
is
blind
like that.
person and eat them? I think it'd be pretty easy. I'm just saying. You're
No.
hungry. You're like wherever the fuck you live. I don't know.
Monstrosity. Disgraceful behavior. Follow me. I'm delicious.
Follow me.
I'm not going.
I'm delicious. So what happened with Garen? Do you know?
Yeah, Garen went on this. He, I think, was pressured by everyone in the universe to have some sort of a response to Conor's ridiculousness. And I actually heard the statement, and I thought it was honest. I thought, he shared his perspective on like, look, I'm not anti-immigration, and there are some serious issues in Ireland that we can't fucking ignore. Despite the fact that the fucking president looks like a cute little leprechaun, there's fucking real issues in Ireland, and no one's fucking, either no one's talking about or they haven't figured their way around it. And so what it does is, right? I mean, it's the same thing that's happening in New York, right? It's like in New York, there's always been crime and whatever. So if you don't deal with it, right, or you only do half-ass measured, it's very easy for someone to invent a fucking cause, right? And so the racists come in and they invent the cause. And in Ireland, the cause is the same that they've invented here. It's the same. That's why this whole like Trump connection is so fucking baffling. But it's like, it makes sense because it's like, what's the reason for all the bad things? Immigrants. Like, and so they're just fabricating fucking boogeymen. So he did this whole statement and he was like, look, I'm not anti-immigrant, but there's a lot of fucking crime. Things aren't safe like they used to be. This, that, and a third, which are real concerns for real fucking people, right? But everybody's fucking banana pants. Like the internet is it's hard to predict what the hell's gonna fucking happen. Like there's only room for disinformation and polarity. Like there's no room for a middle ground where people can have a fucking conversation. It's like, you can disagree with me, but that doesn't mean that I need to be canceled, and neither do you, right? Like let's just fucking carry on. I don't know.
Well, that's like, I think that's the real question here for like on this shit, right? Like, because I have a statement pulled up, but we don't have to watch it, but it's just like, I think the juxtaposition in New York City where it's like, violent crime might be down, but disorder crimes are up, right? Like you get on the subway and it's like, it's a different experience than it might have been like 15 years ago. Legit, right? So what do you do with that? Like, I think that's the thing of like where the MAGA people really, the MAGA movement, the authoritarians have done a very good job of naming the disorder that you feel, right? And then and then like not to like give them too much, like they're pulling on racism, white supremacy. They're pulling on like boogeymen that have been around for a very long time that they've been a part of developing. But what do you do then, right? So you're a progressive, you're a leftist, you're in New York City, right? You have fucking Eric Adams as your fucking.
That's fucking true.
Dude. Yeah, Eric Adams. And then you have what's the like, how do you deal with the questions of disorder and the reality of like, there was a moment when Texas was shipping immigrants to New York City intentionally. It was fucking brilliant. Like, let's be real. That was fucking brilliant on their part to do that and create a crisis in that way. But like, I do think it's a conundrum. It's a challenge for practical leftists who are living in the reality of like fucking Chuck Schumer, piece of shit, and the nuanced conversation that is actually worth having around like, it's not actually about immigrants. It's a different conversation. It's about instability and security, right? And that instability and security at a fucking systemic level drills down to an individual level, and then it's easy to blame an individual and then drill that back up, right? But I think this is it's like my little moment here with Garen is like, I think you're right. Like his statement, people should watch it. It's fucking nuanced as fuck. I actually think it's very nuanced. He even says like, I need to do this for 25 minutes. Like this is not a 2-minute video. And then like people fucking came at him and didn't let him actually lean into the like, let's talk about, let's get messy. Let's fucking figure it out.
Yeah. Yeah, it was pretty disgusting. But I'm glad, I'm glad that he's. I mean, whatever for what it's worth. I'm glad he's back. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I think part of his story, right, is that he had suffered from a lot of depression and being an introvert and blah blah blah, and then somehow he sort of found his way through. And then recently he's been like singing and whatever, and he's
it's amazing.
So yeah, I mean, good for him. I mean, whatever.
All right, Garen, come back. We love you.
Yeah.
Follow me. Follow me. I'm delicious.
Yeah.
There's a podcast I haven't checked out yet, but we'll get there. All right, we have one last thing because I want to get your opinion. Given that you really dealt with the terrorist threat of Rosie Perez, right?
Yes.
And let's be real, it was a terrorist threat of Rosie Perez, representative of the entire Puerto Rican kind of diaspora, right? The crazy nationalist fucking insanity of firing on Congress in 1954, right? Like you were like, I'm gonna fucking hold the line here at this pro-Palestine fundraiser. I'm gonna kick out the Puerto Rican because this shit's about Palestine. This is not about Puerto Rico.
No.
Right. But so you're the security expert. I think maybe we should have a recurring segment for the one viewer about the security the security expert fucking the weigh-in, the OPSEC with the Northern Safari scarf. But I do think there's one last that I think is worth looking at. I'm curious what your take is on. There's a couple takes here.
Has set up a task force to investigate attacks targeting Tesla vehicles. A growing number of Teslas have been vandalized, apparently to protest the role of Elon Musk in the Trump administration.
Apparently.
A number of incendiary devices were found today at a Tesla showroom in Austin, Texas, where the company is headquartered. The FBI.
All right. There's a couple. I'm curious, like as a security professional, right? Yeah. If I hired you, right, Blue, and I was like, Blue, I know that you fucking make sure you kicked Rosie Perez out of a fucking fundraiser once. I know that you got opinions about this shit. I'm not gonna let this purely made up, right? But if you were giving advice to people who were on the other side of this report, who are maybe doing crime,
maybe.
What OPSEC things might they want to consider? You may not want to answer this question on the internet, but knowing what Tesla has on their cars, I'll kick us off, right? If I were the security officer for someone who decided they want to burn out Tesla, one thing I might think about is the cars have 8 million fucking cameras on them. That might be the first thing I might think about.
They do. They do.
That's a good answer. Yeah, we should move on from that. Not dig our hole. Not dig deeper on the internet.
Based on the fact that they do, and based on the fact that these people are, that they apparently don't know who did this, it says to me that probably the dealers did them, or someone who's an operative on the Tesla side of things. I mean, ultimately, you create value by creating scarcity, right? So, there's this sort of thing of like, how do we fucking make it look like we have this radical left that's burning fucking Teslas? I suspect that the left that I know is actually not necessarily against electric vehicles. And I would say that, maybe the same people who are selling batteries to, maybe the companies that are coming in from China are using the same batteries that Tesla's making, and maybe there's other avenues there. I don't know. I just suspect that when they want to find who did it, they can pretty quickly find who did it. I mean, we just saw the JFK papers, right? I mean, there's a lot. This was the 60s, dude. They had a lot of evidence.
80,000 papers, man. 80,000 pages.
You know what I mean? One shot from a fucking library depository, and they have all this evidence, photos, trajectories, all this other shit.
And that's
dozens of dealerships burn up with every car has 30 cameras on it, and no one knows what's going on. You know what I mean?
I feel like I am sitting at the feet of a fucking chess master right now, because that was not my fucking take at all. But I think I'm gonna lean into that take. I think I'm gonna lean into the false flag crisis actor.
Oh yeah.
We should be really I think that's a fucking great take.
It's audience testing. Think about Elon trying to gain sympathy. On the one side, He's a total monster. He's going to destroy old people's lives, destroying Social Security, pulling funds, destroying our tax structure.
Whoa, he's not going to destroy old people's lives. He's going to recycle them into food for the trip to Mars.
Well,
like, let's
maybe
be real.
for the Teslas. Maybe that's their new fuel. Maybe that'll
be honorable. It's going to be whatever happens is honorable and good for them. Okay.
Grandpa powered cars, but so but he's
where's Grandpa? Don't worry about Grandpa. He's pushing this car up this fucking hill.
This is a very tech thing, right? To test barriers, to test limits to things, and I suspect that him sitting up there crying, you know what I mean? Like I don't even,
I gotta say, this for the first episode of the old dad, whatever the fuck this shit is, this is the best take I have had in a very long time. And if you see TikTok videos tomorrow with my face on it, spouting this fucking theory, I will give you credit. That's the fucking take. That's the fucking take right there. I also, I do think that radical environmentalists wouldn't burn a fucking lithium battery at the scale of a car.
This is what I'm saying. It doesn't make any sense. Like, there's no sector that I can imagine on the left side of things that could rationalize that particular kind of vandalism, right? Like, there's even fucking there's treatises trying to figure out whether it makes sense to smash a Starbucks window, and this has been going on since 1995 when we were fucking started smashing them in Seattle. Like, people are still like, is it correct to do that? It's a small business for the people who work there. Like, Dunkin' Donuts never hurt my feelings. Like, so now we're burning these fucking things that don't turn off. These we're essentially like the U.S. soldiers lighting fucking oil fucking fields on fire in Iraq. Like, it doesn't make under no circumstances does it make sense to do what they're doing. Like, vandalizing, okay, spray paint, break a couple of windows, lighting them on fire. That sounds like a very right wing militant shit to do, something that the left is just not prepared to do. There's no symbolism behind it anyway. Ultimately, what are we talking about? There's no the only thing that's being injured here is theoretically the stock price. Theoretically, what the reputation hasn't been. I mean, the reputation's always been shit, and if the people haven't been paying attention, they can go fuck themselves from fucking here to Havana. I don't know what to say. I mean, Tesla's been a piece of shit ever. I mean, Elon's never been a good guy. Like, I don't know what they're talking about.
So what you're saying is, as an expert security advisor to some of the top fucking operatives in this world, in the country, this is clearly a false flag operation by the tech CEOs.
100%. 100%.
That is the best. That is literally. That is. I'm like. It is up there with Whiskey Leaks for my internet experience this week. That's fucking good. I don't know.
What's the difference between someone who's willing to light up a Tesla and not light up a police car? What's the political analysis here that's different? What makes one more expedient than the other? One more correct than the other?
Yeah.
This is,
I think this is a really good place to land it. I mean, yeah. You literally just blew my brains out the back of my head. And I've had a Guinness and a bourbon, which doesn't. I don't know if you don't know this because you're not Irish. Well, maybe you are Irish because there's 40 million apparently, according to fucking Conor McGregor. Is bourbon and Guinness don't work well together? It has to be Irish whiskey that does it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, next time you got to.
This is gonna be. You should write a book. I think you should start investigative journalist fucking experience here and write a book about this piece right here.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I think for our one listener, thank you. You've been a trooper. We don't know really who you are. We have a creepy little eye telling us that you are there. But I hope that your night was made better. We had two old dads here. We didn't even talk about being old dads and like the fucking my 14-month-old stole my fucking toast at dinner tonight because I was being a good dad and doing breakfast or dinner, and he fucking took my toast. Like, we didn't even get into that shit.
Listen to me. Leave the good dad shit for when after they turn like 5 or 6, dude. They will literally remember fucking nothing at this fucking age. Absolutely fucking nothing.
So this point, we should be fucking beating them and peas.
This is nothing. This is just, you just keep them alive. You might as well fucking plug them into like a fucking respirator. Don't fucking waste your time with anything fucking else, bro. Until they're like 2 or 3 years old, just don't even bother. You know, and
The
then
world
after
we live
that,
in
he's
is
like
the
nothing. Like if you
bleakest
can't,
fucking world.
dude, if you can't fucking make a memory, don't even bother fucking investing any time into it. It's not worth it.
I believe he has memories. You don't think so?
No. There's no fucking no. They don't, dude.
When you meet someone and they're like, I remember being 2 years
Dude,
old.
I
What do you
took my
say?
kids when they were like 5 years old. We saw a blue whale fucking breaching over the fucking ocean. I'm like, you guys remember? We went to go see the blue whale. They're like, no. I'm like, fuck you. We were in the ocean. A blue whale the size of a fucking house breached in front of us. Like literally, you were splashed by water. No. You know what? Fuck you. Fuck
No
you.
memory.
And the fucking money and the hours and the time.
Oh no, you remember it. You remember that. That was a fucking
I
horrible day
remember it.
for you.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, good for me, but I didn't need to carry these motherfuckers around with me to get there either. I could have had a good time drinking with my buddies, sitting instead of some fucking family adventure with the fucking carriage and the cart and the handle and the fucking milk and the wipes and the baby bag. Fuck that. Listen, don't waste your time, don't waste your money. Don't just wait. Wait till they're 4 or 5 years old.
So this is the true spirit of what we're aiming for on Old Dad, whatever the fuck this is this type of look. This is sage advice, wisdom. Your dad's not going to tell you that advice because your dad wants to see the kid and make memories, but your friend dad will tell you what the fuck is happening here.
That's exactly right.
Blue, thank you for being on this may never happen again. This could be like a fucking piece of performance art that no one ever buys and just kind of dies on the vine. But maybe in 3 years, we're like bro jogging and we just like we have fuck you money on Spotify. And you could be a recurring guest. I don't know.
It's all about
there's no promises. Nothing's contractual.
As long as we offend the right people, we'll be fine.
Okay. I'm gonna end the stream.